but the topics are too important not to try to tackle and inform. So, my approach to writing this book was to be pragmatic, as it is impossible to boil the ocean on the aforementioned subject matter areas that are so expansive and evolving. However, understanding the fundamentals of these technologies, trends, and potential can be communicated. So, I decided to write this book as a primer on how to understand and assimilate impactful technologies on the horizon, to provide useful and thought-compelling information on the topics, and specifically, how AI, IoT, 5G, and quantum computing will transform our ways of business, communications, privacy, and especially our security. Unfortunately, all of us are now at risk of cyber attacks in both our work and personal lives. Most of us, especially the younger generation, live on our smartphones. Everything we do and say on social media can become digitally permanent. When we drive our cars, we no longer rely on paper maps but on our GPS. Soon, they may also become autonomous. Our lights, heating, ovens, and other IoT devices are connected and integrated into our lifestyles. And everyone is beginning to realize that AI is going to significantly change our lives for planning, logistics, and predictive analyses. Add soon-to-be quantum technologies to the mix, and the future has indeed arrived. But are we prepared? Although we may welcome this new world of emerging technologies, understanding the risks and how to help reduce them is the biggest challenge we may face. Every sector and technological connection now needs to be safeguarded. So, with those realities and experiences in mind, I sought to write a book that could provide useful guiding information and frameworks for the layperson, scholar, and professional alike. Understanding what is inside of cyberspace is therefore a central theme throughout, and that is where it begins. Starting with the digital ecosystem overview, I break down the chapters sequentially by their thematic technology applications. I set the theme of cybersecurity in the first part of the book, then follow up on the key emerging technologies affecting us throughout the following chapters, and culminate it in a discussion of strategies, solutions, and what the future may bring, but under the backdrop of cybersecurity as the digital glue that brings them all together securely. I've only touched on a few of Industry 4.0's potential consequences and the societal effects of our new technology era. The good news is that our comprehension of technology and its uses is expanding at an exponential rate as well. However, benefits come with risks. Thus, society's actual need is preparation and adaptability. Otherwise, we risk losing control of the potential that technological progress has. My summaries and descriptions serve only as a springboard for learning about how developing technologies will affect our way of life today and beyond. I hope you'll do more research to dive deeper in the areas and technologies that interest you most. Let me start that quest for you by setting the table with an overview of the technologies and what constitutes the cybersecurity risks and requirements to adapt to this newly merged physical and digital world. Chapter 1. An overview of our merged physical and digital worlds and cybersecurity. We are now living in a disruptive era of technological growth known as the Fourth Industrial Era. The merging of digital, physical, and biological systems is referred to as the Fourth Industrial Revolution, 4IR, or Industry 4.0. This new period of development is radically changing economies, societies, and industries. Klaus Schwab, the founder and executive chairman of the World Economic Forum, WEF, is credited with coining the phrase Fourth Industrial Revolution. This idea was first presented in his 2016 book with that name. In it, he talks about how new technologies that are starting to intersect with the digital, biological, and physical worlds, such as artificial intelligence, AI, the Internet of Things, IoT, and robotics, have transformed entire industries, economies, and communities. We find ourselves depending more and more on the complex web of linked systems and gadgets that support our contemporary existence as the digital fabric of our lives keeps growing. With this Malthusian growth and exponential development of human and technological connectivity comes risk.